2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go. Alrighty, Class Action Point Podcast. Welcome. Once again. I did that out of order, didn't I? Well, whatever.
Did you?
Whatever. Today, we have our brave adventurers of Team... Insert name here.
Perseus.
Light a bomb.
Of Team Insert name here for the moment.
I do admit I enjoy how when you say insert name here, we all jump to insert a name in there.
Yes,
and none of them stick.
Yes, today we have Jessica playing
Zool, the Tiefling Scion.
Christopher playing
Dweon, the Goblin Artificer.
and with his cat familiar.
Yes.
We have
have Cat playing Cat.
That was Puggy.
We have
You didn't
Adam.
realize Puggy meows.
We have Adam playing
Cedra, Elven Monk.
Alex playing
Zephyr, Tengi Yokai Scout.
and Jared playing
Aya, the Tiefling Arden. Sorry, I'm rebooting my brain.
and then there's me, Andrew, who will be playing just about everyone else for the moment. And that's
So
who we
you'd
have
say.
available today. So previously on the Class Action Point podcast, snakes. Why did it have to be snakes? And level 3. I don't know. Does everybody want to do a thing where you tell people what you got, or do we want to let them find out as you actually use them?
I'm fine with either way. I'm fine telling people or surprising them.
Okay.
I'd be more up for it being a surprise if mine was as much of a surprise as Flight wound up being last level, but it's kind of mundane. So I'm not too worried about keeping it a secret.
Okay, well, I think we'll just wait for everybody to get together and talk it over. Well, get everybody to actually use their thing. Let them get a little bit of a surprise. Yeah, just put everybody there for the moment. So you return back late to the to Swine Dimples to rest. Murdoch had stayed at the behind at the what's it called, at the church.
Yep.
To guard the girls and stuff and such, at least for the moment. And there was a and what else was there? Oh yeah, the Goblin girl was apparently getting her a ritual done to have her tongue regrown. Now, you guys did get back to your dorm with no real problems. However, other than, of course, getting ambushed by Team Gorgon. And then saving Team Gorgon from their own problem.
I can't say anything in character because in character the right thing to do is to save Team Gorgon, but out of character we shouldn't have saved them.
Yeah. Dweon was ready to walk out of there.
Out of character, no, we shouldn't have saved them, but in character, I think the biggest thing we could have done at that moment was save them, because it will leave them so frustrated forever that not only did their plan backfire, but they had to be saved by the people that they tried to pull it on.
Yeah, Aya has this problem called being good alignment.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
Especially lawful good alignment.
Oh.
And leaving people to die out in front of the school gates definitely violates both of those things.
And out of character, Sephiroth would have left them. Like, it's the snakes are their problem. It's time to move on.
Yeah.
I don't know. That would have been a little dark, just to let, fellow
Like there hasn't been
classmates
dark things already in this
die.
campaign.
I
We
think
have
that would have.
slaves without tongues.
Yes, I'm
Yeah.
saying it would have crossed a whole nother thing if we would have left fellow classmates to die.
Dweon shrunk.
Yeah, I
They took
guess.
us, therefore.
Well, to be
Alright.
fair, it is Team Gorgon.
Exactly,
Yeah.
they should mess with the snakes.
And every single time we beat them, it once again reinforces my idea for a team name. Because we always defeat the Gorgon.
Is a good team name, but I like the idea that we're never going to settle on one.
So it's Team Mirror Shield?
Aegis.
Perseus. He's the one who had. Well, okay, Team Mirror Shield probably wouldn't be a bad name either.
Perseus was just the schmuck who had the mirror shield at the time.
I just
then Link got it.
Damn it, Link.
I just like to imagine that every time Team Gorgon shows up, Sephiroth flips him off with 3 appendages. Like his tail somehow forms to flip them off.
Well, yeah, what else would you do if you had a tail?
Good question.
Alrighty, so we've had so the party has had their rest, and in the morning, breakfast. Yes, breakfast.
Nice.
Breakfast of Champions.
Yeah, everybody can update their tokens if they want to right now, by the way.
Already
Okay.
did.
If you haven't already.
Did it. Woohoo! Now I heal for 8 points rather than 7.
Nice.
Yay!
Alrighty. So, morning comes, and once again, you are all woken by the little clock that seems to be fairly indestructible and will not and you've not been able to figure out a way to remove it from your room.
Well, fortunately, Aya has already acclimated to it, and so now she wakes up before the alarm sounds and does calisthenics to wake up.
That's so Aya.
Because fighting evil and spreading Bahamut's light does not happen if you are sleeping.
Yes.
Well, Cedra is going to be eternally frustrated with this thing. Forever. And there's no changing it.
Leon probably as well.
Yeah, Dweon's got he's got his trunk on top of it, a bunch of pillows on top of it, but it still buzzes and dings, and he still bugs him.
Yes, and it buzzes and dings enough that one of the top box falls off and makes another loud noise.
Oh yes.
Sephiroth tends to wake up a few hours beforehand because he, for some reason, doesn't sleep as much.
Yeah.
For some reason, you say.
Yeah, he's been acclimated to it because of the life he lived before school.
What about Zool? Does he wake up with the alarm clock or not?
Oh yeah, I wake up with the alarm. I'm not waking up a second earlier than I have to.
Yeah. So you find that yes, Puggy has basically made a nest around here in the little common area between Zool and Sephiroth's room.
Yeah, out by Puggy, Aya's doing her calisthenics. Just keeping an eye on Puggy, because, gotta keep our eye on the guy.
Yeah.
Whenever I wake up, I probably, take him out for a walk so he doesn't have to poop in the middle of our courtyard.
Yeah. Basically, to make a Puggy size, doggy door in the doors, you might as well just leave the doors open.
Yeah, I think you just call it the door.
I think it'd be more like we need a human-sized door.
You casually take him for a walk over by Team Gorgon's dorms, just, So
as Sephiroth approaches, Aya just looks at him and is like, hope you brought your shovel.
I casually
The
walk
snow
him.
shovel with that.
I casually walk him through Team Gorgon's bedrooms.
You can't remember that little barrier thing?
That's
They have
right.
a
They
similar
can't.
one.
Oh.
They won't let you through.
What
Will it let
about
Puggy through though?
You want to see if Puggy can go through?
no? No, I do not. I don't want to like zap him like a fly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just take him out to like I don't know some area out in the surrounding area of the school.
Out in the ground somewhere.
Not on the grounds, outside of the grounds,
Okay, so in town then.
away from town. I hope. But
Yeah.
I'll just take him back into the shack and like here.
Yeah.
You can
Behind that
well,
one abandoned building or
well,
something.
you figure out a way a place to take them that's out of the way enough that at least nobody should be walking through it.
I'd assume that they'd see it and realize that they can walk around it, but
Yes, but he's a big growing pug dragon. It's a
He's a
big
growing boy.
he's
growing.
growing. Oh no!
Oh, you a big boy.
It's a big, and he has to eat a lot, and
Yes,
as
yes,
such,
Oh.
he has to go a lot.
yes, he does.
However, yeah, there is a, you know, Puggy. Yeah, you'll have to manage food and stuff as well for him. But in the meantime, Puggy gets walked. Puggy does his thing. You return Puggy to your place.
Woohoo!
So, morning, breakfast in the Great Hall,
Yep, down we go.
and you have no classes in the first period if you want to do something else after breakfast.
Assassination! It's time, guys.
I think it's time to assassinate him.
Yeah. Yeah,
Who knows how to make?
you're eating, as you're eating a as you're eating in through one of the windows in the main hall comes a small black bird.
Hmm.
Oh, that's unusual.
It lands on your table.
Is it
Like-
a raven?
Yeah, is it a crow or is it smaller than a crow?
Give me a nature check. See how.
Oh, nature check. Let's see what I got for nature.
Okay, for some reason this Roll20 likes me rolling twos the past couple weeks.
Yeah.
I rolled a 3, so that's not much better.
Um,
We have tries to shoo the bird away. He's like, get out of here! Get away from my bacon!
Yeah. Yeah.
I just look at it and think it's normal.
Yeah, it makes a little squawk at you, Leon, as you're trying to wave it away. Yes, we need more nature. So it goes.
Really want Anna to try?
It does a little like squawk thing. What? At Dweon.
And Dweon points a fork at it and says, you better watch out! I'll eat you!
Squawk.
Yeah, I'm not so good with the animals.
Oh, Cedra's seen animals like these all around. These are.
Well, Cedra's the best at this so far.
Yes, you did.
It is a fairly small raven.
Okay.
Yeah, they're ravens. I saw them in a picture book about ravens.
Yeah.
Drove a guy crazy.
Is there?
Yeah.
Is it like holding anything like a messenger raven or something?
It appears to be seeking out someone. In fact, it appears to be seeking out Dweon for some reason.
Probably because it
Dweon
wants
just keeps on poking at it with the fork. Ah, what are you doing? Get away from me, bird!
Ah!
What are you
Yeah,
doing?
Ah!
is that your bird?
No, it's not my bird.
It keeps trying to approach
Are you
as
sure? I think it
Dweon
knows you.
As Dweon basically tries to fend it off, it keeps trying to sidestep the fork and get closer to him.
See, he knows all your moves.
Somebody push me.
I knocked the fork away.
Hey, what are you doing?
It jumps on Dweon's plate, opens its mouth, and a female voice comes out of the mouth. You recognize it as Lady Olivia's voice. And she says, hello, when you have a chance, we need to talk about something, about the thing from last night. Please respond when you can come.
Sure, bird. That sounds great.
I roll insight to see what the thing last night was.
Yeah, I don't remember. I'm trying to think if everybody. I know she talked to me about it. But I can't remember if I told everybody about it.
Yeah, so.
I was just assuming sex, but yeah.
Hot, sweaty goblin sex.
No. No, it has a. She appears to be talking about, you guys bringing those girls to her, and there's something she wants to talk to you about, probably about that.
Oh, so this is like for everybody? This message?
Yes, but it just seems to have been addressed directly to Dweon, because it's the one she remembered.
Yep.
And talked with personally.
So Dweon salutes the raven, and he's like, oh, guys, I think this is all about those the girls that we brought over there. I think we were supposed to check in on them or something. I don't know.
Once you said a total of 25 words, the raven caws once more and flies off.
Does the raven steal any bacon?
Perception check. Let's see if you did. If you noticed it did, whether it did.
I rolled a 16.
Just one piece. Apparently, it's going to be hungry later on. Just the one. And a small one.
I'm going to find that raven and get it.
I start collecting meat scraps for Puggy and say, all right, well, we should probably head to the church after we're done eating.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to that idea. Yeah, but do you think that's going to be enough to feed Puggy?
I continue to grab more and more meat, including from other tables.
Yeah, we might need
just
to
like whole stealing someone's ham at this point.
Yeah, you might need to find some way of doing pet food involved.
Unless we're going to start raising cattle, I don't see another.
Well, maybe we should talk to the butcher or something.
Or goats.
Maybe we should, you know what we should do is we should go see if there's a pile of gold somewhere, and we should invest in, like, a year's supply of food for Puggy.
Okay, first we just need to find that pile of gold.
Well,
Yeah.
happens. We found a dragon with subordinates that had all kinds of magical, crazy stuff on them. I'm sure we'll find a pile of gold somewhere. We just gotta look for where piles of gold's hide.
I'm just saying most problems are a lot easier if you know where a pile of gold is first.
That's true.
I know, right?
Yeah, guys, maybe
But we gotta,
has a fat sack of gold.
See, that could be true. It's possible.
So, after breakfast, you are planning to head to the Church of the Raven Queen then.
Yeah, we'll feed Puggy and then we'll head that way, I guess. Yeah. I got some fried snakes from last night that he can have too.
Yeah, well, he kind of found those already.
Oh.
Man, he
middle.
ruined his breakfast.
Yeah, well, more like midnight snack. Alrighty, so you head back to the Church of the Raven Queen.
How much time do we have? Just curious.
If you hurry, you'll have enough time at least to talk there for a couple of minutes before you need to get back to your lessons. You
What
might have
class?
about 10-15 minutes to talk. You're hoping that should be enough to find out what's going on.
What class is next? Out of curiosity.
The next class is. It appears to be It appears to be the history class.
I look at Cedra and say, "Fuck it. If this takes longer than expected, we can skip that class."
Agreed.
Senioritis already, huh?
I just sweet.
Yeah. So yeah,
Definitely agreed.
you headed to the Church of the Raven Queen. Lady Olivia meets you just inside the main doors, and is like, I have I think I'd like you to meet someone. And she takes you to one of the back rooms. If you follow her.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, Leon's right
See
on
what's
her.
going on.
To
Yeah.
what appears to be like a combination kitchen type dining room slash kind of officey area. It seems to be it has some furniture and there's a stove in one corner and a few other things. Looks like it's used for mainly for the residents of the church for various things like meetings and food and eating. And there's a fellow at the table that you don't recognize.
What's he look like?
Well, he has dark brown, almost black hair. Uh, kind of pulled back into a long ponytail at the base of his head. He he's a little pale, and he's wearing this dark armor, and has a cloak that's red with a gray something design on it that you can't quite make out from this angle.
So he kind of looks official, or does he look like a traveler?
Give me a history check.
Can do. I rolled a 25 total.
Yes, Leon would probably recognize this. Aya,
Nope.
Zul, Cedra, got a history check? No.
Let's see, what's my
Oh,
history?
Cedra
Oh,
probably
I have a
has
good
no
history.
idea. Oh, hey, what?
GG.
I rolled almost as the best I could do.
Oh yeah.
Boom.
Nice, Zool.
Okay, Zul and Leon definitely kind of recognize some of these things. There's like a kind of a mercenary company in this area it's that it looks like that his cloak is probably from that.
Huh.
And there's a few other things. And Cedra has this vaguely thinks he's seen somebody who looks similar to him, but can't quite recall. Zul, however, is like, kind of vaguely remembers somebody from the tournament that was in the audience during one of the fights. yelling something out at one of those.
Hmm.
And kind of thinks he looks kind of like the guy that she thought did that yell.
Okay.
So
The plot sickens.
yeah.
So I don't know if I would share any of that. I'm just like looking at this guy kind of staying in the back, I guess.
Yeah.
I'd share it with people. Although I'll send it. I'll share it through Send Thoughts to Aya.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. The psychic horn girls. Yeah. Love their text messaging.
Yeah, pretty much.
Sends a thought back like, wait, he was at the tournament?
And I'll have to wait another 5 minutes before I can send you another.
Yeah.
I need to find a way to improve my plan.
Yeah. Anyway, so the Lady Olivia introduces him as this is Justin Summerwind, captain of the Black Rose Company, a mercenary group that has some ties to the church to this church.
Aya kind of raises an eyebrow. It's like awfully interesting for a mercenary group to be associated with a church.
Did she say that out loud?
Yeah, not like in a super accusatory way, just kind of that's kind of weird.
Well, the fellow seems to have heard you and is like, well, we have a similar interest and similar goals and such.
And Aya just shrugs like, just seems odd to me.
Yeah, not that.
Excuse me, Lady Olivia. This is all nice and everything, but how's Sega doing?
She is sleeping right now. The others did wake up, and we proceeded to start the ritual for them. Seika is sleep. It's Seika is leaking. Sleeping right now. You know,
And was the ritual successful?
it appears so. Before she went to rest in one of our uh, in one of our in our little small dormitory, she was showing quite signs of it, of progress. Maybe if you give her a few more hours to get some more rest.
Okay. All right. Well, cool. Thanks.
Alrighty. So now, she's like, I'll leave you here. I need to check on the other girls in the moment. So and she kind of glances at Mr. This Captain Summerwind, and then heads out the room.
Oh, did he introduce himself to us?
She introduced him to you.
Okay,
And
gotcha.
I assume he's kind of waiting for you to introduce yourselves to him.
Why?
So, may I have your names? May I hear your names?
Hello, I'm
Aya
Shudra.
kind of just like, I suppose that's fair enough. We do know yours. My name is Aya. Aya last name.
Your last name.
God. And I'm Zul Kalir.
Pleasure.
Aya noticed, who was that? Sephru's laughing at her last name.
Yes.
She just kind of looks and is like, what, you find something funny about my last name?
A little bit. And then I look at the mercenary and say, "My name's Cephrews. May I ask why you are here?"
Well, we can talk once the formalities are finished. Two of your companions have yet to speak their names, unless of course they have some difficulty with speaking.
The goblin
Um,
definitely.
Dweon kind of looks at him, and Dweon can do. He doesn't trust this, so he's going to do an insight check real quick before he gives his name.
Got it.
If that's cool.
Got it. Go for it.
Oh, I rolled a crit 20.
Nat 20 for a 23
Yes.
total.
So does Dweon? What's the kind of vibe he gets from this guy? Because basically, okay, I'll tell you, Andrew, what he's thinking. He's like, well, I don't trust this guy. Should I give him my real name? I know there's not a lot of goblins around, but I don't want him to go into the school or something. So that's kind of what he's thinking in his head.
So,
Well, the insight check is can he figure out if he's trustworthy or not?
Yeah, pretty much.
as far as you can tell, he seems to be trustworthy.
Okay, so Dwayne narrows his eyes a little bit, and then he just kind of waves and says, "My name's Dwayne. Nice to meet you."
Mm-hmm. Yes. And, so, I'm still awaiting, so unless you'd like to be, referred to as Mr. Baldy, I suggest you, tell me your name.
Wait, are you talking to me?
Yes.
Oh, I said my name first thing out.
Oh, sorry. I did not, catch that. Sorry.
No, it might have been my mic issue or something. No worries. I just said, hello, I'm Cedra.
Yeah, he's like, oh, sorry, I did not, sorry. Anyways, please have a seat. At the table. He's sitting on one of the long sides of the table, not the head or the foot. So you guys can
So-
use.
So he's sitting at the pancreas of the table.
Yeah, more like the liver. If he was on the
Okay.
other side of the table in that position, yeah, probably the pancreas, but this is liver.
All right, so Dwayne sits at the left shoulder of the table.
I sit at the collarbone.
I sit directly across from him.
A is going to sit at the top.
Oh,
Oh, sorry.
something. Alright, so.
This is now going to be a thing. Parts of the table are now named after body parts. There's the collarbone, the left shoulder, the pelvis, and the pancreas, and the liver.
And the foot and head at either end.
This is true.
So, well, let's cut to the chase. I found out about your the events of the previous evening and day, and that you have seem to have a problem with someone I have a problem with.
Yeah, Team Gorgon, they suck.
Yeah, I know. They deserved what was coming to them.
Team what? No, I'm talking about those ladies and what happened to them.
You have a
And
grudge against those ladies?
He
and
has a
you
grudge
seem
against
to
the
be
nobles.
yes. You
So
seem to
what?
have you seem to have a problem with what happened to them and who did it.
I look at him and say, "So what do you plan to do about the slaver?"
I don't know. Burn its corpse once it's full of holes.
Bless you.
Well,
Perhaps dismember it too while we're at it, just to make sure he can't be raised.
enough.
Aya finds this very strange. It's like, what information do you have that links us to this person?
Well,
Hey, yeah, that is a good question.
The
one of
church.
my contacts has informed me, and give me a perception check real quick.
There we go. Finally.
Yeah,
Everybody, or just
he kind of glances in the direction of that of the door that Lady Olivia just left, which kind of implies, yeah, he has some contacts in the church, if not Lady Olivia herself.
Oh man, so the church ratted us out.
Well, to be fair,
Although I probably don't notice anything to indicate that.
to be fair, I look at them and I say, so it seems that these mercenaries do have a contact somewhere in this church, though. If they work with the church often, and he has the same goals as we do, I don't see why this is a problem. It's not like we told the church any of our secrets other than these girls, and they didn't betray us to the noble.
Well, I guess that's true, and helping him out does beat history class. But I don't necessarily know if I want to have. I guess it depends on his plan. I don't know what he wants to do, but
I agree. I don't want to outright kill him in the middle of the town.
And plus, if this guy's a mercenary, what if this is a setup? What if he gets... I mean, because it happens. These jerks, they come in with like money bags and they buy the contract out from under you and you don't know about it till it's too late. I've heard it's happened at least once.
I whisper to Cedra, if he betrays us, we always have Puggy.
I make a face, but I kind of nod.
I mean, he's basically a wood chipper, but with meat.
Fire.
And
Yeah.
fire.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
So how do you plan to deal with this slaver exactly?
Well, Well, first, I have a question for you.
Okay.
Have you heard of the Black Rose Company?
And, I don't know, have I?
Well, I think it was Zool and
Dweon.
Zool had probably heard of them or recognized them. Some of his clothing, particularly the cloak, is having the symbol, a dark gray, almost black, like rose pattern on it. Dweon had might have heard of them, but not really know much else from his history check earlier.
Okay, so Zool knows about them, basically. Or
Yeah.
something like them. Okay, well. Then I guess we know something.
Dweon knocks on the table a little bit to get his attention and says, "Hey, come on. Well, what's the point here? Are you going to help us with this guy, or are we going to take care of him ourselves?"
He laughs at that. Well,
Thank you.
a little bit. So, yes. Do you know that there's probably something you don't know about the Black Rose Company.
It's probably a lot.
You're not all actually Black Roses?
You don't smell
Not
great.
exactly. Well, he is looking at all of you intently, and says, "Well, we are not just a mercenary company per se.
Oh,
Yeah.
We have other interests of our own that, particularly in the Grey Wall region.
Gray Wall?
You recall Grey Wall
the
being
Great Wall of China?
where that ambassador's from.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. In particular, we have some of our group, some of our local, are local to their uh, division, has had many dealings with and problems with the governing bodies and such, and those who and what they and the abuses they do with their authority. And well, and I find myself in a position to assist our divisions there with a problem they have, or I should say, a problem person they have. And
And what person is that?
Assume.
Is it the same one we're both thinking?
I think I know you know who we're talking about here, right?
So,
Okay.
so he causes a problem for you for your company, and you want to get rid of him as well.
Yes, and possibly provide a well. I know that those who've dealt with him would like to deal with him themselves and know what simply for the horrific things he's done. I've seen the ladies he attempted to obtain and what was done to them.
Um,
I am
I
not a fan of that.
I look at him and say, "Oh, trust me, plenty of our group here has issues with what he's done as well." I look at Dweon especially.
Yeah.
Dweon's like, okay, that's fine. What's the plan?
So I mean, if it comes down to it, we can all take turns, just like they did to Caesar.
Yes. Throw him down the steps, and at each step, everybody stands and stabs once. So it's all
We all
automated.
stabbing.
It's all automated. You know, go down the assembly line or the disassembly line.
Yeah.
I call his middle fingers.
I want his spleen. Don't ask. I want his spleen. Don't ask me why.
Ew.
Alchemy.
I'll write that down. Spleen.
Okay. So I look at him and say, as our friend said, what is your plan on how you want to deal with him? I
Well,
understand why you want to deal with him now, but how?
well, blades are good for that. So are spells or similar stuff. But really, I don't really care how he gets dealt with. But I'm sure you would like to at least be a part of that. If I am reading you correctly,
I know I would.
and I'm sure you would
Definitely.
like to not be known to be the ones doing this as well.
I mean,
As long as it's not underhanded. I don't want to be known for breaking into his house and just stomping him in the face till he's dead.
No,
Aya
not
chimes in,
exactly.
it's like, I concur. As much as I do not like this guy, I really would like to avoid breaking the law more than I already would have to.
He doesn't deserve our mercy. I don't care what methods we use.
Yes.
I'm with Zool on this one, but at the same time, I do respect Aya and Cedr's opinion on not breaking the law and breaking their morals.
Well, I
Yeah.
certainly am not worried about the law. I just feel if we're going to go into this all underhanded and just like sneaky
Well,
and just not
what
letting
do
them
you?
know what's coming, it's
Well, then, what
be
do
no
you
better
think?
than breaking into someone's house and murdering them.
Well, what do you think about disguises then, Mr. Cedra? Perhaps, you know,
You mean wear disguise while doing it? That's not going to disguise the act.
yeah, but it might disguise who did it.
There,
Or others.
I don't mind being known for killing a slaver, but at the same time, we would have to deal with the law. But as I said, I'd rather not kill him while he's defenseless.
Oh, no. He can fight back as much as he wants, as long as he falls in the end.
So, how do you propose we go about this? Because I'm with them, I will not break into his house to murder him.
Well, he does not have a house per se. He is currently staying in a small inn that he is basically rented for his stay with his associates and guards. So now he stands up from the table and he actually goes over to what appears to be like a set of like posts in the wall with a bunch of cloaks on them. They look kind of similar to the ones he's wearing, except that they are gray with a red rose pattern on them.
So should someone do a history check to see if that's their rival company?
Go ahead, do a history check.
We could just ask him.
Well, someone else do a history check because.
Let's see.
Well, I think Zul got this.
Zul.
Yeah.
See, that's why you go to history class.
Yes.
Zul recalls that there are several that there is a group in the there's a group from Grey Wall that has that pattern, and they are basically like a kind of like a combination rebellion slash basically they're like rebel slash criminal quote unquote organization, though they're usually called criminals by the government there.
Okay. I rolled to see if Zephyrus cares whether or not we're framing another faction or not, and I don't.
No, we're just using our other uniform.
Okay, so they're rebels against their government, basically.
Yeah, basically, Zul would kind of get the idea that that they have a distinctive dress. That this group has a distinctive dress for when they do certain things, and another distinctive dress for when they do other less legal things. At least in that respect
Oh, lovely.
of
So,
that place.
okay, well, that's fine. I'm honestly okay with it. I'm just worried about Cedra and Aya just deciding that they don't want any part of it and walking away.
You notice there's about six of those. Well, there's actually 5 cloaks there. There's 5 cloaks there, and you also haven't seen Murdoch yet.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Murdoch stayed here for the overnight to guard the girls and check on them. You haven't seen him yet.
I'm not awfully worried about him. I figure he can handle himself, though I find it weird that he hasn't come and found us yet.
Yeah.
True.
Yes, I talked with your friend earlier. He needed some rest as well after staying up pretty much the whole night.
Fair enough, I suppose. Wolves need their sleep.
So let me get this straight. Wait. So let me get this straight. You want us to wear these cloaks,
Yes.
and supposedly nobody's going to notice that we're just two tieflings, a goblin, some half elves, and whatnots, wearing some other dude's cloaks, and you want us to do your dirty work for you.
No. I was going to go along if you are willing, wish me to.
Oh.
He wants us to wear the cloaks for the publicity of his rebel faction so that they gain more traction, I assume.
Not exactly. Well, that is a bit of a bonus. I assume you do not want to be recognized as a student at a school that is local to here, and I assume being seen as based as like foreign people who came to deal with their quote unquote countrymen whom they have a disagreement with might look better on your school careers.
That is true.
I can disguise myself as a fox, so I'm not worried about it. But for these guys, yes.
Yeah. Well,
I can be carried in the cloak.
true. I had heard about that about you. My sister talked about that.
Your sister?
Oh yes, you probably don't know. I have my younger sister is actually attending the school that you are. She is also a first year there.
Oh, would we know her?
Please tell me she's not.
Please, what?
Please tell me she's not Blaze.
No. This guy is human.
Okay.
Blaze is definitely a genasi of the fire type.
Well, you never know. I mean, some women like it hot.
So yes, my sister Persephone.
Okay.
Yeah, she was a member of the. She was the kind of gothy lady from the team you faced in the finals, I believe.
Okay, so she was one of the people that you used living missile on. Okay, good.
No.
Oh, God.
No, you use living. I think you lose living missile against the pretty much everyone but her. She was
she
the.
already down?
She's the one that immobilized. I think Sephiroth with the spell.
I don't remember being immobilized, but it's possible
Maybe it
that I
was
was.
Sidra. But she had an immobilized spell, and she had another spell where she could basically drain a little bit of health from someone.
Okay. Well.
And a big fat book.
Cedar's just kind of looking away as he's mentioning his sister and praying that this was not somebody that he just like straight up punched in the face during the tournament.
If it was, it's not our fault.
It's a tournament.
Her.
I mean, it was clearly
Don't
not
know how
personal.
other people feel about that, though.
Yes, I understand you. I understand you did well. Well, I watched from the stands. You miss you mentioned motions to Zool. A very effective tactic with your psychic powers.
Well, thank you.
Using your opponent as your ammunition of sorts.
Yeah, he didn't seem to be too big of a fan of it at the moment.
Yes, I talked with my sister and her group afterwards. Mr. V-Core is rather unhappy with you.
I look at her and say, we should probably steer clear of him then. I mean, I'm sure you can do it again, but...
He was not happy with what happened that day.
Yeah.
Yes, You may want to wash yourself.
Oh well.
I thought it was funny.
Okay.
He apparently did not.
I look at Aya and Cedra and say, "Okay, since he's coming with us, would you feel more comfortable if he murdered the slaver in his sleep?"
Well, I could do so. Yes.
Though I doubt us going to the guards will keep him asleep for long.
Yeah. Well, I have skill with the sword, and you see, he does have a fairly big blade in a scabbard by its side.
Hmm.
So
Aya just is looking very obvious